One of the viral series of a quiz channel is the one that involves guessing an audio clip, which is why you'll see them getting millions upon millions upon millions of views. These videos include guess the voice, guess the character, guess the meme, and so on. They all work the same way, which means if you can create one of them, then you can create the others using the same workflow. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create these types of videos with all the steps involved, including the thumbnail design. The template we'll create together can then be used for different series that involve guessing an audio or video clip. So let's get started. Open Canva and switch to the Video tab to choose the first option. Go to the Elements tab and find a colorful background under Video. I'll choose a blue one and drag it to the canvas. This is a 30 seconds video, but I'd like the scene to be 21 seconds only, so I'll reduce the length. Next, go to the Frame section on the Elements tab and choose a rounded rectangular frame. I'll scale it down a bit and click on the Stroke menu to add a border to it. You can also change the border color to white if that would work better on your background. Move this to the upper left of the canvas and duplicate it by pressing Ctrl+D on your keyboard. Drag it to the right and keep on pressing Ctrl+D to duplicate it 5 more times. Then highlight all the rectangles and duplicate them, then move them to the bottom of the scene. I'll duplicate a rectangle twice to place it on the left and on the right, which will make the frames 14 in numbers. You can then highlight all of them to align them to the center. Next, search for an audio wave on the Elements tab and switch to Graphics. I'll click on one of the animated ones, which should be horizontal in shape, and scale it down like this to place it on the right at the center. Next, add a circle with the letter O and change the color to a brighter one like red. I'll scale it down, add a border to it, and change the color to white. The circle is for the numbers, so I'll add figure 1, change the font to a bolder one, and resize it. I can also change the color to white and place it at the center of the circle. The next step is to add a loading bar, so you can search for that in the video section and choose the one you like. Hold the Alt key and drag one of the handles to crop it. You need to do this for the right handle as well, and zoom in to make sure you crop it perfectly. You may want to click on the border icon and add a rounded corner to it so we can have the progress bar only. Then I'll scale it down and align it with the sound wave like this. We also need a checkmark icon, so search for that on the Graphics tab and choose any one you like. I'd like to make the green color a bit brighter, and you can then scale it down to place it on any of the frames. Add a new page for the answer scene using the plus icon and copy and paste the blue background from the first page. I'll reduce the length to 5 seconds, which is enough to show the answers. Then go to the Frame section on the Elements tab and add the first frame under the Film and Photo section. Enlarge it and add a text box for the speakers' names. Scale it down and make sure everything is aligned the way you want it to show later in the video. The next step is to set the timings, so right-click on the progress bar and select Show Timing. If you look at the duration of the bar at the top, you'll notice that it's 11 seconds, so you need to trim the bar to 11 seconds as well. Then drag the playhead to around 1.5 seconds from the end and shift the bar there. This will make the bar stop at around 18.5 seconds and start at 7.5 seconds. Then, when the loading bar starts, should be the same time the sound wave will stop, so I'll click on it and trim the end handle there. I'll want the audio clips of the speakers to be 5 seconds only, so I'll have to trim the start to make the duration 5 seconds. I'll click on the progress bar one more time to shift the playhead to the end. This is where the check mark should appear, so we can click on it and trim the start to meet it. Then we can select both the number and the circle by holding the Shift key and dragging the playhead to the start at around 0.3 second. This is where I want the number to start, so that the transitions won't affect it later on. Then go to the next page and select the frame and the text together. Trim their start and end to reduce their length to 4 seconds, which will be the duration of the video clip that will host the answer later on. If this seems confusing, just keep watching and it'll make sense in a bit. The next step is the animation, so select the number and the circle, the bar and the check mark, and click on Animate. Let's apply a pop animation to them and leave it on Enter. The next step is the sound effect, so search for Cork on the Audio tab and click on the number to shift the playhead to where it starts. Select Cork Pop 1 from the search result to add the sound effect. Click on the loading bar and drag the playhead to the start and add the same sound effect. Shift the line to somewhere in the middle of the bar and search for Egg Timer to choose the one you like. I'll shift the line to the end of the bar to trim the timer there, since it has to stop when the bar stops loading. The timer sound I chose sounds too low, so I'll increase the volume here at the top. Then I'll search for a clerk sound and choose Clerk 2 for the check mark, and then I'll trim the end to fit the scene duration. We'll need to reuse the audio on every scene, so as usual, I'll delete all the elements, download the first page as MP4 video, and press Ctrl+Z to undo the deletion. I'll upload the downloaded video, delete the sound effects, and drag the video to replace the background, which will make the sound effects present throughout the video. The next step is to find the speakers you want to use. If you are not familiar with them, you can search for them on Google with keywords like famous TikTokers, famous YouTubers, gamers, footballers, characters, and so on. You just need to look at the results and research the names you want to use. For this demo, I quickly put together 14 names of YouTubers, TikTokers, gamers, and footballers, and wrote them on this notepad. Then you need to start searching their pictures on Google Images and save them in a folder. We can repeat the same for others like Hasbulla and Mr. Beast. And if you are concerned about copyright, you can click on Tools and filter the result to show Creative Commons licenses, which will show you images that are copyright-free. I'll repeat the same for the other speakers and go back to Canva to upload them there. Then you simply need to drag them to the frames in no particular order since they can be anywhere. And if you encounter an image like this that is not aligned with the frame, you can just double-click on it to correct it. I'll repeat the same for the others and move on to add another frame from the Elements tab. This will be useful for the audio clips as you'll see later, so I'll downscale it and show the timing. It must correspond with that of the sound wave, so I'll click on it to shift the playhead to the start. Click on the frame and trim the start handle there. Repeat the same for the end and trim the handle there, which will make the frame to be 5 seconds in length, similar to the audio wave. It's time to use ChatGPT, so I'll give it this prompt. I simply asked it to create a table with the speakers' names and add a number with them. The names are in order with what I showed on the note earlier, so I'll copy the table and go back to Canva. Go to Bulk Create under the Apps section and enter your data manually. Clear the table and paste the data on the first box. Click on Done to move on, and then right-click on the figure 1 to select Connect Data. Choose Numbers and go to the next page. Repeat the same for the speaker's name and select Names. Click on Continue and generate the 14 designs which will become the scenes of the video. Finding the clips to use is a bit tricky, but you have many options. You can search for the character name on YouTube and add phrases like funny moments, clips, and so on. If you're worried about copyright, you can filter the result to show videos with Creative Commons licenses, and you should find a handful of clips you can use. I wouldn't get worried about that since we are using 5 seconds of the clips, which may be considered fair use, but I'm not a copyright lawyer, so please do your research or consult your attorney on that. Another easier way is to search for them on TikTok, and you'll find short clips that can work perfectly. You also need to find how to get them, and there are many sites that can do this for TikTok. You can get the videos by copying their links and keep repeating this until you're done. You may also add interview to your search term to see where they're talking. You can also search the keywords on Google itself, and you can search for their clips and memes. And there's a high chance you'll find videos to use. You simply need to look for a way to get them and save them in a folder like this. Next, upload them to Canva, and if you look at the first one, you'll see that it's iShowSpeed, so I'll find his clip from the upload and drag it to the frame. Then right-click on it and go to Layer to send it to the back. Go to the next page and drag the same clip to the frame. If you want to see what we just did, you can click on Position and scroll all the way down. You'll see the frame we sent back, and if you right-click to show the timing, you'll see that even though the clip is longer, we were able to get the 5 seconds we need since we've placed it in a 5 seconds frame. And you can see the same on the result of the next page. The second speaker is Hasbulla, so I'll repeat the same as before. You can also drag the clips on the answer page first like this, before placing it on the question page and sending it to the back layer. If the portion of the video you need isn't at the start, you can click on the scissors icon and select the portion you want from it. I'll repeat the same for the others, and the next step will be to add an intro. To do this, add a new page with the plus icon and move it to the start. Add a similar video background from the Elements tab, then find some graphics to build the intro page. I'll call this Quiz Mania, and add some color effects to make it pop. Next, I'll copy the background video from the intro, then go to the next page and duplicate it. This will also be used for the intro, so I'll delete the center elements including the checkmark. Then go to the Layers panel to delete the frame. I've replaced the video background with the one I copied, so let's add a text that shows the video title, then change the color, and add an outline effect. I'll add a new page and paste the video background once again. We can copy the text from the previous scene and paste it here, then add some words like these for the questions. You may also add a comment and subscribe graphics to it from the Elements tab and try to align everything together. We can then scroll to the end and add an outro, paste the background, and add similar graphics and text like these that ask the viewers to drop a comment on the video. Next, I'll add some animation to the intro elements like a pulse animation, then go to the next page and add a stomp animation to it and leave it on enter only. Next, click on this button to add a transition, and we can choose a color wipe effect and set the duration to be half a second. Apply it between all the pages, and let's move on to the checkmark. The first speaker is iShowSpeed, so I'll move the checkmark on him, which will pop up when displaying the answer. The second speaker is Hasbulla, so I'll repeat the same for him and for the other speakers till the end. The next step is the voiceover, so I'll go to ElevenLabs, which is my favorite AI voice tool. I'll drop the link in the description below for you to use it for free, and we can choose Adam from the speaker's name. I'll choose the English V1 from the settings, and we can start writing the script. This This is quite easy as you simply need to look at the video and figure out what to write. Our demo here starts with the channel name, then the video title, and the number of the questions. So we can have a simple intro like this one I came up with. Then looking at the video, you can see that we have the question number popping up first, then the audio clip starts playing, after which the progress bar pops up and loads. Then we have the check mark appear, and then the result page before moving to the next question. So we can have a script that looks like this. We have the question number, the question, and the result. Then I repeated it for the second question with different phrases. And instead of repeating it for the whole scene, I can simply go to ChatGPT and give it this prompt. I asked it to write the remaining scenes for me using the same format with different phrases which it did, so I'll copy it and paste it on ElevenLabs. For the second question, Hasbulla was laughing in the clip I got and not talking, so I'll change it to laughing. And you can also edit whatever you want from the script or add more phrases to them. Then we can look at the end and add a simple outro like this to the script. If you are okay with it, click on Generate and ElevenLabs will make the voiceover.
Hello friends and welcome to Quiz Mania. Do you recognize who's speaking in this clip? That's Lazar Beam's voice. Question 12. Who is the speaker in?
There are not enough pauses between the phrases, so we can add a hyphen between them so that it'll be easier to split on Canva. Then we can regenerate the voiceover.
Question 11. Do you recognize who's speaking in this clip? That's Lazar Beam's voice. Question 12.
That's better, so I'll download it and go back to upload it on Canva. Shift the playhead to the intro and click on the audio.
Hello friends and welcome to Quiz Mania.
You can play it like this to know where to split, and if you look at the sound wave, you'll notice when Adam is speaking and when he's not. Right-click and split the audio, and repeat the same for the intro video. You can also do this by pressing letter S on your keyboard, and I'll delete the second part of the video intro. You can keep playing the audio or go to where there's a silent part to split it. Repeat the same for the video and delete the remaining part. Then you should note where the intro ends and split both the audio and video, then delete the unwanted part. Similar to the script we wrote, if you look at the sound wave, you'll notice that the first wave is a short one, which is for the question numbers, then the next wave is for the question, and the third one is for the answer. Then we have another small one which is for the next question number, and the same is repeated till the end. So I'll split the first one, shift the audio to the position where the bar has appeared, and split it there. Then I'll move the rest to the end after the check mark appears and split it there. Then I can move the audio to the next question since we don't need it on the result page. You can also split them once and move the remaining audio farther away, then place the split audio at their relevant position. Make sure to also shift the question number to begin after the figure popped up to make it sound better. So we can simply repeat it for the others, and if you don't understand any moment of this tutorial, just drop your questions below in the comment section and I'll be glad to reply. I'm through with that all the way to the outro, and the next thing is for us to add more check marks. We only need to show one check mark on the first question which is correct. So I'll go to the second question which is Hasbulla. While the check mark is on him, we need to place a check mark on iShowSpeed which will indicate that it has been answered and ticked off. So I'll copy and paste the check mark on him. Remove the pop animation from it, and if you click to show the timing, you'll see that it fills the scene, which is exactly what we wanted. If you click the one on Hasbulla, you'll see that it's still at the answer position, which is also correct. I'll copy the check mark on iShowSpeed and move on to the next question. This is on Mr. Beast, so I'll paste the check mark twice on iShowSpeed and Hasbulla. This means there will be marks on them as the scenes appear, while that of Mr. Beast will be delayed till the answer appears. So I hope you got the gist. You'll just need to go to the next page, which is Ronaldo, and paste the check mark on the three previous speakers, which are iShowSpeed, Hasbulla, and Mr. Beast, while that of Ronaldo will appear later. Then repeat this step till you get to the end, which will have check marks on all the speakers except that of PewDiePie that will appear later. I'll click on share and download it, and before that's done, let me show you how to find performing videos in this series. Search for the search term like guess the voice, and you'll see related terms of the series that may work. You can also repeat the same for guess the character and meme, and open the channels that pop up on a new tab. Make sure to have my favorite research tool installed called vidIQ, and click on these three dots to view their trending videos. You'll see a lot of similar videos like guess who's singing, guess the character by song, and a lot more. You should also repeat it for as many channels as you can, and you'll have a lot of data in your hand to decide what to go for. The leverage you have with this approach is to tap into the trends, as there's a high chance that YouTube will recommend your video along with theirs. You'll also find other series we've made tutorials on that are trending, and if you want to get the paid plan of vidIQ, which will give you more data, I have a deal for you that will save you 98% of the subscription plan, so click on the link below to sign up. The video is done, and this is how it looks.
Hello friends and welcome to Quiz Mania. Today we are going to guess the voice of your favorite YouTubers and TikTokers. You'll have 14 questions in total, and for each one you get correctly, you'll get a point. So let us know what you get in the comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome quizzes like this. So let's get started. Question 1.
It's got a question called "In a Boppy or Hollin'." I'm taking a boppy.
Do you recognize this famous YouTuber? Yes, that's iShowSpeed.
It's got a question called "In a Boppy or Hollin'."
Question 2. Do you know the funny guy laughing here? Sure, that's Hasbullah. Question 3.
My videos. React to my videos on your Twitch stream, your whatever stream, clip my videos, put it.
Can you identify this content creator's voice? Absolutely, that's Mr. Beast.
My videos. React to my videos on your Twitch stream, your whatever stream.
Question 4.
I was the best goal scorer. Imagine to beat that animal.
Who is the legend speaking in this clip? It's none other than Ronaldo.
I was the best goal scorer. Imagine to beat that.
Question 14.
I am a one pair of shoe only kind of guy. All these celebrities.
Listen closely. Who's speaking now? That's PewDiePie speaking.
I am a one pair of shoe only kind of guy.
So how many do you get correctly? Comment your scores below and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome quizzes.
Designing the thumbnail is very easy. Search for YouTube thumbnails on Canva and create a blank project. Add your preferred background from the photo tab, which will be a light blue color in my demo here. Go to frames and select a rounded corner frame. We can enlarge it and increase the height like this, and I will add a border weight to it and increase the rounded corner as well. Duplicate it twice and align them properly. Add a circle like this, change the color to a bright one like red, and add a border around it. Scale it down and place it at the center like this, and add letter A on it. I can choose a bold font, change it to a yellow color, and add an outline to it. Duplicate it twice to add letter B and C for the other frames like this, and duplicate the text to the top to add a title to it. Enlarge it and add a background to it with a rectangle and add rounded corner and stroke to it as well. Find a sound wave under graphics and duplicate it to fill the base. Place them at the back of the letters by sending them backward under the layer option, and go to your upload tab to add any pictures of the speakers there. You can use more than 3 speakers if you want, which means you'll add more frames. You just need to download this as a PNG file and your thumbnail will be ready. You can do all these for free on Canva, but the bulk create feature is a pro feature, so I'll drop a link below that will give you a 30 days trial of Canva Pro for free, which is enough to create over 50 videos if you are reusing the templates I've shared on this channel before. And for watching till the end, I'll share this template with you which you can reuse for other series like this. I'll also share the thumbnail template if you need it, and I'll share the full video for you to see how it looks. Lastly, I'll share the conversation of ChatGPT for you to copy the prompts easily. Check the description and you'll find the link that'll lead you to all of these. To learn how quiz channels work, click on this video. To see the previous episodes of this series, click on this playlist. And if you learn 1 or 2 things from this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Digital Scholar. Drop your comment below and thank you for watching.